G'day, my name is David from Uneek 4x4. I'm here to introduce Uneek 4x4 to all you people out there so you can understand what we're doing here in Australia. We are an Australian company. We're basically backed by a company called Uneek Bending, which has been manufacturing for close to 50 years. So we've got what it takes to understand what manufacturing in Australia is all about. Today, we've been driving up in the high country here in Victoria and with two Jeep Wranglers, and we're going to showcase some of the products for these Jeep Wranglers and basically introduce you with the certain features and aspects of these products. First, we're going to start off with the Jeep Wrangler Bullbar. This Bullbar you see here is ADR compliant, airbag compatible, winch compatible, can take all low mount winches, our most popular low mount winches, and with an optional plate can even take a high lift mount, a worn high mount, which cuts out the grill, but for the competition guys, they'll love that. It's made out of 4mm steel. It's powder coated texture black and shot blasted before powder coating for some serious corrosion resistance. 4mm steel as discussed. It's got 20mm steel tow hooks on the front, so you can use these to pull yourself out. High lift jack points in the middle. Comes up and meets the flares. Takes the factory fog lights, applications for the spotlights in the front, on the top here, and aerials or more spotlights on the top here, on this grill guard hoop, which will protect your radiator from any animal strikes. It's the highest clearance bar in the market. This bar is 2.5 inches higher than its next competitor. It sits nice and close inside the car. It's got integrated crush cans in the car, so it'll help it with airbag compliance. As you can see, the winch fits quite nicely in there. It's a nice strong bar. It only weighs 40 kilograms, so it's actually lightweight as well, so it's not going to weigh your car down too much. It's a good bar for getting you to the bush and you getting you back from the bush home safe and not having to worry about animal strikes disabling your vehicle. We're going to start talking about some of the accessories we have on the side of the vehicle here. First off, we have a bonnet mount here which mounts off your bonnet hinges. It screws right onto your bonnet hinges here, and from here you can mount a high lift jack, you can mount a shovel, you can mount an axe, or a 30-inch light bar here, which is perfect for night driving. More lights, we got A-pillar light mounts here. These A-pillar light mounts here are perfect for mounting small lights that shine out the side of the vehicle, so when you're driving at night you get a good view of what's happening on the side of you so you don't run into them. Both these items are powder coated texture black. Another option for mounting your high lift jack is right here off the A-pillar. This classic mount is perfect for protecting the side of your vehicle as well as keeping the high lift jack safe and out of the vehicle. So if there's any case of you were to roll over or get in an accident, your high lift jack in your car is not going to roll around and hurt you. As you can see, it sits on the slider here, which brings me into the slider. This is the new Uneek slider design. This slider design here is going to be for all types of vehicles. So the mounting points are going to change depending on your vehicle. You might have a Land Cruiser or a Nissan, and you can have the same slider design as you see on this Wrangler here. These are chassis mounted, very sturdy. You can high lift jack off these, you can even lift the car with a forklift. And you know they're going to protect your vehicle if you come down on a hard rock. This also comes into the sill armor here. This sill armor is nut-inserted into the vehicle and mounted to the vehicle to protect your sills. You can choose this in 5mm aluminum, or you can have it in 3mm steel. Powder coated or raw finish to paint it in whatever color you like. These really protect the side of your vehicle in case you get trees coming up or you fall down on a rock and you don't want your brand new car to look like it's one of those mangled up beasts. These are just some of the options that we have at Uneek 4x4 to protect the side of your vehicle so you can get home safely. Now coming around to the back, we'll talk about our premium rear bumper for the Jeep Wrangler. This bumper here has more accessories than just about any bumper on the market. It's a full steel 4mm construction, fully welded, but bolts onto the mounts of the chassis, which are 8mm, very, very heavy duty, which then goes directly onto these tow hooks, similar to the front, 20mm steel right here for pulling you out, great recovery points. You'll notice that it's got a winch mount underneath here. This winch mount is a bolt-on accessory. Typically it comes with a stainless steel step there. You got the option of a typical stainless steel step, or you can get a higher stainless steel step that runs with LED lights for reverse lights. At the moment, because we're out bush, I've got my winch mount on the back, which is an optional accessory. As you can see, it comes with a tire carrier as well. We'll talk about some features of the tire carrier like 2 bolt-on jerry can holders, relocation of your number plate light as well. The bar is also included is mud flaps on the side that are insertion rubber, 6mm insertion rubber, so you don't need to take them off. They'll bend, they'll flex, they'll move wherever you want them to move, and they're incorporated with the bar, so you don't actually have to go out and buy another set of mud flaps. These ones come with the bar. One of the really great features about this bar is it actually opens with the rear door. It's a single action. No fiddling with secondary latches over center latches or anything like that. It just opens straight with the door. So if you got your hands full of gear and you need to open your door, you don't have to stuff around with other latches. Just let me show you how easy it is. There you go. You got access to the back of your car and get all your gear in and out, and it's that easy with one hand. And it closes just as easy with just a single action there. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take the tire off here and go through some of the features so you can see the mechanism and the workings of the tire carrier to understand how we actually get it to achieve that and why it's not going to rattle for you. Now that we have the tire off, you can get a better look of what's happening behind the real workings of the tire carrier. We're going to start with the hub, which mounts the tire carrier and actually allows it to swing. What we use is a 750 kilogram stub axle from a trailer, a tried and proven method here in Australia for tire carriers. This bolts onto the rear bumper, so you can run this rear bumper without the tire carrier if you want to keep your factory set up on the back with the size tire and your tire carriers on the door. From here, welded on is the tire carrier. As you can now easily see, we have the bolt-on features here for the jerry cans. So if you're just driving around town, simply undo these two bolts, off the jerry cans come. Tire carrier itself is adjustable up, down, in, and out. So it doesn't matter the size tire you have or the offset you have. This tire carrier will take up to a 37-inch tire without any trouble. I currently have it at the highest setting so it can clear the winch. But if I don't have the winch on there, I just have the step, I lower it down so it's nice and safe and I get a bit more vision out of the rear view mirror. With the winch there, I need to raise it up. And again, you can go in and out depending on your rim offset. We're going to have a look at some of the features of how this opens and why it's a quiet tire carrier. Opening the door, you may be able to see that there's a plastic retainer here which acts as a buffer between the tire carrier and the door. What that allows is the tire carrier to push itself up against the door so it doesn't rattle. So the door is actually pushed open via a tie bar here. This adjustable tie bar is something when you get your tire carrier, you will adjust to pull the tire carrier onto this stopper here so that it can prevent any rattles. So it opens up typically as your door would, just as wide as your normal door would, and closes quite easy. And you can notice that it will push up against this plastic stopper here and quite easily be a very firm tire carrier, one that's not going to move around. I've also got on the back here some quick fits, and I got my axe here on the back. Completely hidden from driving around and nice easy access from it from opening the door. I can quickly take this off and get it when I need it. That is the tire carrier. This is our premium tire carrier. We're also going to offer a budget tire carrier that at a much more reasonable price with not as many features. But if you use your Wrangler out in the bush quite often and you want a lot of features and you take it camping and you got big tires, this tire carrier would be perfect for you. Here's one of our unique Extreme products. This Extreme product is our stubby aluminum Bullbar here, fitted to this very nice JK Wrangler. As you can see, it's a stubby version, which means it's short. It doesn't cover your tires, doesn't come up to your flares. This allows maximum clearance for your tires to get up over those obstacles, be it rocks, ruts, mud, whatever. So you got maximum clearance here with this stubby bumper. This is not an ADR compliant Bullbar or airbag compatible. However, it will work with your airbags, but it hasn't been tested for such. So this is for the off-road guys, the extreme guys, the hardcore guys that want to lift that extra clearance. It's a very lightweight bar. It's 7 kilograms for the aluminum bumper bar. It's 5mm aluminum, fully TIG welded. The real strength comes in from behind exo frame, which is 5mm steel, very strong, which allows you to run the winch. As you can see from here, the winch, we have the Warn power plant winch. It also takes a Warn high mount winch with a different winch plate. It's got application for spotlights right here on the front. Takes your fair lead on the front, and even has a bolt-on feature here where you can run a hoop, a grill guard to protect your grill with 2 more light or aerial tabs up the top. Again, right from the front, we got heavy-duty tow hooks, 20mm steel right here from the front, pulling directly from the chassis. This high-clearance stubby bar is lightweight and an extreme bumper for those guys who are hardcore and need to go into the difficult track.